Hello! Welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Monday. Let's go to the news that you may not have heard. Kid Rock is being announced as the newest celebrity in the WWE Hall of Fame. He said this about his induction. Every time I go to a WWE event, I always have a good time. There is nothing like it and no better fans in the world. The Hall of Fame ceremony will be fun night and it will be great to see everyone again. I have so much respect for what those guys and girls do. I'm grateful to WWE for letting me be a part of WrestleMania weekend. Congratulations, Kid Rock. I'm not the biggest fan of the celebrity wing of the Hall of Fame. Some of them I don't, like Drew Carey, and I'm not going to get into the debate, but congratulations, Kid Rock, to making it in the Hall of Fame. Then we go to some Jericho news. The speculation is that he will be added into the 50-man Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. As you should know, his Fozzy tour ends after WrestleMania 34, so he should be free to come back to work. Yes, please. We want Jericho back. Yes. That 50-man Royal Rumble is looking stacked. Can't wait to see what they do. And then Dave Meltzer commented on Rey Mysterio's bicep injury and recovery time. He said this about Rey Mysterio's status for New Japan event in Long Beach, California. He was in Lexington yesterday and he said he would be out of action for 1 month. Now the Long Beach show is in 2 weeks from today and he said he didn't know. At best I'm going to say it's touch and go. It may just be go. We'll probably know in a day or two. I think he may wait until the end because he's probably has this idea. If he can possibly do it because it's New Japan, then he will do it. But I think there's a recognition that he may not be ready in time. Damn. Well, 1 month. He should be fine for WrestleMania. Hint, hint. But just rest up, Rey Mysterio. It's a shame if you miss the New Japan event because it's going to be one of the biggest New Japan events in America. So shame if you're going to miss that, but you can't rush yourself. And then we go to CM Punk. A fan on Twitter said, when are we going to see you cry again in the Octagon? To CM Punk, and he went, June 9th, after I win and lock eyes with my beautiful wife, embrace my coaches, and shout out to my entire team. Nice, that's a good way to destroy a troll. So, by the sound of it, he'll be wrestling at UFC 225. That's the speculation. Let's hope he does. And has a much better match than last time. And then some fans in attendance of this week's Raw were unhappy because both Brock Lesnar and Ronda Rousey were advertised for the event and neither ended up appearing on the show. Matt Bishop on Twitter said, WWE advertised both Brock and Ronda for Raw tonight in Detroit. Neither of them are here. What a joke. I can kind of agree, kind of disagree. Lesnar's, you can understand what's going on with Lesnar, but why Rousey wasn't there, I don't know. She should have been there. And WWE is also no longer advertising Rousey for next week's Raw. Interesting to note, next week's Raw is in Dallas, Texas. That's an interesting location to be taking Raw to. And now I have a very sad story to report. Vader announced on Twitter that he's having heart surgery today. As you may not know, in November 2016, he was diagnosed with a congestive heart failure. His tweet reads, going into the hospital in the AM for heart surgery, wish me luck and my doctor a good night's rest. Oh, my Vader, I really hope you pull through this. I'm praying for you, my friend. I'm praying for you, Vader. Pull through this. You are strong. You have got all of us behind you. It's Vader time. You can do this. And then we move on to possible reason for the Braun Strowman bar match. Dave Meltzer said, whether Strowman has a partner or not, Vince may know, nobody else does. Vince is going to make the call. For people who are asking, is it handicap match? Is he going to pick a partner? The answer is that Vince hasn't decided, or at least he hasn't told anyone, or almost nobody has, because that is still up in the air. That is why this thing happened the way it did, and that's why Strowman wasn't locked into anything. Sheamus and Cesaro didn't have a match until today. It's something that has been on the table, but not a definite, as far as those guys are being linked to each other on the show. So who knows what's going on, to be honest. I don't actually know. Then we go to the most controversial story coming out of this day and possibly this week. As you should know, on this week's Raw, they announced the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale at WrestleMania 34. And oh my god, the response. From Ash on Twitter, the Fabulous Moolah was a serial abuser of women in every way possible. She made a career off the suffering and exploitation of young women who trusted her with their lives and safety. She shouldn't be honoured by WWE. They should be ashamed that they enabled her. Alan said, the Fabulous Moolah was a serious abuser. She made a career of the suffering and exploitation of women who trusted her with their lives and safety. She drugged women to keep them controlled. Sickening. Tom said, does the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale mean the Moolah gets 35% of everyone's Mania payoff? Alface said, Fabulous Moolah ran a prostitution ring and whored out female trainees. Ryan said, Fabulous Moolah is indeed trash. We shouldn't be honouring her or showing her any respect based off everything she's done. She is a terrible person, and if only everyone knew what she did behind closed doors. It was a different story. The Battle Royale belongs to China. And Corey Erdman put up a story. Let me just get the facts before I read the actual statement. In case anyone didn't know, the Fabulous Moolah was a fucking horrendous racist scumbag who sexually exploited black female wrestlers. The WWE naming the Battle Royale after her in the name of the female empowerment. It actually reads, Moolah and her husband Buddy Lee ran a school for female wrestlers decades ago, and something accounts tell a dark story. For a time, Moolah took a black female wrestler named Sweet Georgina Brown under her wing, and in the article written for 5 times, Brown's children aired out a ton of dirty laundry. Among the allegations, Brown was raped and drugged on the road in an effort to control her. The article heavily implied that Moolah stiffed Brown's family on their mother's earnings. Wow. There is a lot of problems, apparently, with Fabulous Moolah. I was not aware of any of this. And because of the actions of Fabulous Moolah back in the day, there has been now a petition put up to change the name of the Battle Royale. It has been started by the Wrestling Outsiders, and it reads, today WWE announced the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royale that will take place at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania 34. But the big problem with that, with the person who's associated with the award, is an evil woman who did nothing for women's professional wrestling. Fabulous Moolah pimped out women. We are currently in the Me Too era. Are you really trying to say that you endorse her behaviour? This isn't right at all. If you want to have a battle royale, name it after someone worthy, like Miss Elizabeth, Chyna, Trish, Lita, Sensational Sherry, Jacqueline, Alundra Blaze. Need I go on? We all hope wrestling fans will take the time to support this petition, because if you think this is right, you are just as bad as them. And as of me recording it now, it has got 2,055 signatures, and it's going up. When I loaded it, it had 1,800 signatures. It's still going up as I'm looking at the petition now. It's getting a lot of traction. I, for one, had absolutely no idea that Fabulous Moolah had such a dark, disgusting history behind her. I can't condone the actions of that woman whatsoever. It's the stuff that they've just said that she did is horrific and unforgivable. Personally, just name it after Chyna and be done with it. Okay, let's just have one more story to kind of get out the taste of disgusting out my mouth. Seth Rollins comments on Dean Ambrose missing WrestleMania due to an injury. The biggest thing is to try and roll with it and don't turn away from your feelings. It's going to be okay to feel sad, angry and frustrated, but Try not to let yourself get negative. Turn it into a positive and use that as motivation to get back faster. Absolutely 100% true. And this week's edition of Raw did 3.351 million viewers, which is up from 3.093 million viewers. It's quite notable to mention that the last hour was massively up. Normally the last hour gets about 2.8 million viewers. This week it got 3.2 million viewers. That's the highest third hour in a very long time. Congratulations, Raw. What kept people around this week? Maybe that Battle Royale, maybe, I don't know, just it was a decent Raw, that's why. I was up for it all night. And that's been the Wrestling Newsroom. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give this video a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.